We were here for 3 months building this project. 500 to 600 tons of stone in this pond. If you ever go to the bottom of Niagara Falls, all of you know it's one by one on the rock.
All right, you're in for a real treat on this one. We just got here, Pillar and Post in Niagara on the Lake, right?
Yep, welcome to Niagara on the Lake. This is the world-renowned Pillar and Post Hotel and Spa, and we're going to take you on a tour of the gardens at Pillar and Post, where we built this huge recreation pond so that they can host weddings and other events at this place. So welcome to Pillar and Post.
Let's check it out.
So we're going to go into the main display gardens. I'd like to introduce you to Joe. Joe's in charge of this place. So Joe's going to take us on a little tour.
So you worked with him with 2019, you put this in?
2019 it was built because of some COVID challenges. It never really got finished until about 2021, yep. But yeah, it's all done now and looks amazing.
So this is one of the multiple wedding venues you have here, Joe, huh?
Yeah, so actually a lot of our main wedding ceremonies have kind of moved into our gardens now because it's such a beautiful space.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Gorgeous. Oh, and here's the pond. Okay, first thing that comes to mind, Monet.
And it was designed after a Monet-inspired pond. The bridge and the lilies and everything like that. Yeah.
Well, you hit that out of the park, buddy. Holy cow, that is magnificent. How big is this, Phil?
It's a good question. I've never actually measured it, but it's probably 100, 150 long and about 75 wide at different points.
So, Joe, I'm going to ask you this question. As a facility manager, how easy is the pond to maintain?
Well, we leave most of our maintenance in the hands of Phil here. So.
Okay. So your team maintains this?
Yep. So we're a service contract. Really, it's kind of the perfect scenario too for us. So anytime there is issues, their team communicates it to us and we try to take care of it. You know, a lot of things like GFI is burning out.
Electrical, yeah.
So other than that, we do check the water level on it periodically. We do have a way of filling it in from our barn, just in case the water level gets a little too low. But they build such a great product. A lot of it takes care of itself.
Well, it's an ecosystem, right?
It's an ecosystem. It shouldn't be a lot of work. Correct.
Are these grounds open to the public, Joe?
Yes. The only time we close it down is if we have a big wedding, but even in that instance, usually we just have some areas. Other than that, we keep it open during the winter time, 7 a.m. to about 9 o'clock at night.
This pond never shuts off. It runs all year round.
24/7, 365.
Yep. Okay, so welcome to Pillar and Post. I'm going to take you on a tour of this beautiful Monet-inspired water feature. I am standing at the far end, and right at this end is one of our intakes. We have 12 pumps running this feature, so there's 6 down here, and I will show you where the other 6 are located. But again, it's just trying to draw water all the way down. You can probably see the waterfall in the distance, but we're trying to pull water all the way down here to create perfect circulation. So let's go on a little walk, and you can see what a beautiful display of gardens and plants, and we have all these pathways that we're going to walk through. This is an amazing place that the public are welcome to come and visit at any time. Everywhere you look, there's just different vantage points of the pond. I'm going to take this pathway here, which is going to lead us up over the bridge. And before we get there, I'm just going to show you, this is one of our wetland areas. So this is obviously helping do a lot of the filtration for the pond. So up we go to the bridge, and this is looking backwards where we were on that first wetland area. And then when I look across, I get to see pretty much everything. I even see some baby koi in the pond there. On my left here, there's another wetland filter, again, helping us with filtration. And then if I scroll over to the far side, towards that arbor structure over there, that is another intake bay where we have another 6 pumps. So we've got 6 pumps powering the waterfall, and then we've got 3 pumps powering each of the wetland filters. So if I continue around, again, looking back on our wetlands. So they've got this amazing boardwalk here. Again, this was built for corporate events and weddings in particular. So as you can imagine, this is a fantastic spot to have the bride and the groom stand. So here is our waterfall. And again, being in Niagara-on-the-Lake, we're close to Niagara Falls, so we wanted to mimic a little bit of that. And you'll see all this sort of thrown-in rock work. We did that on purpose because if you ever go to the bottom of Niagara Falls, you see all these boulders that obviously just came crashing over the falls. And that's the look we're trying to recreate here. You can see the lilies are doing fantastic. I see lots of baby fish, so they are obviously enjoying the water. And then we look back onto our bridge. And again, if we keep walking, that barn is one of their main wedding venues. And you can see actually here, they're setting up for just a small little wedding. This was again completed fully, and I believe it was 2020 or 21, including all the gardens and everything. These trees, like that willow, was brought in that size. So they brought in these massive trees. And so they wanted this to look grown in instantly. And you can see it is absolutely stunning. So this is again one of our intakes here. So we're drawing water in and feeding it to the waterfalls and the wetland area. So here's another shot of one of the wetland areas. You can see that little log we had. We found that on site. I thought it would be kind of cool to have some water flow through it. And this is all granite boulders from northern Ontario. We've got approximately 500 to 600 tons of stone in this pond, in the waterfall. We were here for 3 months building this project. And as all of you know, it's one by one on the rock. So each one was hand put in. We had to seam liners together. We would do sections at a time. So we started up by the waterfall in the pond and we built that section so we had machine access. And then we would build the next section, seam the liners together, and we kept moving our way down to the far end of the pond. So it was a very cool and challenging project.
That's a pretty cool barn. So this is one of the multiple pavilions, huh? See a party going on in here with beautiful views of everything.
So this is the main building in the gardens that services this whole thing. A lot of the water distribution and the power electrical distribution in the gardens all fed from here.
Pretty cool. Very modern but old. All right, this never gets old, going in and visiting a wedding venue that has an aquascape ecosystem at the center. What I love coming and visiting this is, first of all, I'm not used to seeing public places that have beautiful water features because usually they're not designed correctly. In fact, when Phil actually got this design, he was an architect, he made his modifications to make sure it was an ecosystem. But what I really love, besides the fact that it's just beautiful, look at these water lilies. Like the first thing I said when I came up was look at all of the beautiful water lilies. I love that bridge, but so often with the lilies, you don't see them being fertilized and you don't see it full of pads. That's actually the holes in the leaf are caught by a leaf cutter caterpillar larvae that is actually in the water. But I think those are pink grapefruits right there. Not sure what all the lilies are. I think this is a red attraction. Oh, look at the little koi. Oh, they just zip down. So it's going to be hard for you to see this on the camera, but the koi, the baby koi, which are right down there. Can you see those little baby koi? They actually go up and back from the main pond up into the wetlands. This is like a nursery. So wetlands, they can't get eaten by any bigger fish when they're up in here. So it's a little protection area. So it's only 3-4 inches of water, but it also serves as a nursery. Lots of dragonflies, which we all know dragonflies eat mosquitoes. Love this weeping willow right underneath it. Another bridge, that's cool. Low profile, kind of a deck bridge. How can I not love my job when I get to visit places like this?